Now, the cool thing is that when the machine's running on the server, I don't have, like, I can see there's an icon and I can just click it at any time. Now, the weird thing is that, A, this is not my IP address, which is unusual to me. I have a static IP, and that's definitely not it. So I don't know why it's doing that. But I should have seen like, this should be in the process of, like, rebooting and stuff, and it's not. Play. Oh, maybe that's why. Okay, so I hit apply, I think. Shit, I think I did that wrong. May have messed it up. I forget which way it works, but I think it was like, set the interfaces, hit save, hit apply, and I think I may have done that. I'm just, like, back and forthing a lot. But we'll see in a bit. You could see it's, like, booting up and stuff. If it blows the fuck up, then I know I messed it up and we'll have to probably try again. Don't need to keep that guy up for now. I have a VM right here I was messing with earlier today. It was just all the malware I can get onto a machine, and then I would experiment with cleaning it. Okay, so I'm just noticing we got internet here. Haven't heard the chirping on the other machine, but it works. Okay, so I just logged into the interface. I paused the recording for a moment just to get rid of a widget so that I didn't have to edit it out later. It was downloading packages and all that stuff, but I mean, all my shit is in order. Refreshed, and boom, boom, boom. So you can see I'm using a lot of different features, including the DNS forwarder. I don't actually use I don't know why it actually runs, but the OpenVPN server as well as a client. And then this little baby, my intrusion detection system. And, I mean, all my settings are here, 100%, all of it. And I think I gave it 4 CPUs, which is way fucking overkill. But, yeah. Okay, so this works. That's good. I'm going to update to the latest build. This is the beta version, but I can do everything through the web interface now. Everything is good. So what you're seeing here is when you make a normal virtual machine, it's going to go into switch 0. This is the default one. It shows as VM network. And exclusively, I passed only the pfSense machine into the 2 extra Ethernet ports that I'm using. One's going into my modem, the WAN. One's going back into the switch, the LAN. Now, originally I had it, as in yesterday while I was experimenting. Yep, there goes the internet. It's probably rebooting. Yep. While I was experimenting, I wasn't using this portion. pfSense on the LAN portion was just using this, and it worked. It was fine. Traffic Shaper didn't seem to be working quite right. It was a little more spiky on the pings and stuff during my testing. That didn't happen originally. Then I thought, hey, I got an idea, and I was experimenting, and I put in a 3rd cable and said, hey, let's send this back in to, like, essentially give it its own dedicated cable and network interface, and that was it. It worked perfect. So I'm recreating that environment in my case. This is the only machine that will ever get access to these two network interface cards. Everything else goes into here. So if I pull my Visio little random, this doodad, you can see this is our server here, right? This is the virtual machine. And these are just different virtual machines as well on the server. The modem coming into my house, that goes into the physical interface of the server itself, and that's going to get fed into one switch, and that goes into pfSense. Doesn't go anywhere else. And this is still, I need to update this a little bit if I want to keep visualizing it, because there's a third switch now, but we put that aside. The LAN goes into this switch, and the LAN goes out to everywhere else. But essentially, anytime anything needs access the internet, it's talking back into the LAN switch, which then goes through the pfSense in here instead of going out to an external router. All I've done is taken the physical router and pushed it inside the machine, including the extra connections and everything, without the virtualizing, even though it's virtualized. What you're seeing here is the one less step, two switches, everything has one LAN and one WAN, but again, a second one here that would give me what we have now. I don't even know why I'm still talking. Alright, so what I just did back on my original server is I went into services and I had enabled SSH so that I could use this guy. And the reason is I figured let's go ahead and get my Windows server template machine. And I'm just going to try and do it by copying it in, or downloading it to my computer and then uploading it to the other machine, because I don't know if there's any other way to do it. And I just don't care too much right now. So make another folder in here somewhere. This is my computer. This is the test server.6. Drag and drop. Extension is not installed. Fuck it. We'll just download. I'm just gonna go chill while this process happens. It'll do the download, and then I'll do the upload, and then I'll resume recording from there. Alright, I'm back, and I'm saying fuck this method. This is gonna take over 6 hours to copy one way. I don't know why it's gonna be that long, so I'm gonna cancel that shit. We're gonna do this the hacker Necrosis way. We are going to install Windows Server manually. And I will use subsonic in this case. I will shut the service down. What this is my, as you can see, it's nothing more than a copy of Windows 2016 here. Running just my subsonic control panel, given some resources. That's it. And it's given its own IP address. So let me show you what I do to do that. So here we have this instance. Now let's go back to U. Microsoft Windows 2016 server. Or just call you subsonic. We're going to do a little bit of multi back and forth tasking. Step 1, how much memory do I want to give it? For now, during the install, let's just give it 2x2. So 4 processors and 4 gigs, that's plenty. I'd rather give it too much in the beginning and then trim down so that the installation process and so on is easier on me. So where are you? Windows server. There we go. There's my ISO. I do not need a sound card. I do not need a USB controller. And that should be good. Finish. So that's going to boot it up on the server. Now, normally what I have a habit of doing is creating a fresh install and optimized for a couple different operating systems that I plan on using. I'm not done doing that, but the idea is, let's say I need to deploy something that would utilize, I wanted to use Windows 2016. All I would do is make a copy of this onto the same server and then use the copy to install and do whatever I need to do so that I always have a fresh right from where I need to go, because there's a few optimization processes I go through for different operating systems, and it's different from Windows Server than it would be for, say, Windows 10 or Windows 7 and so on and so on. But in this case, I'm literally just, I need to get Windows Server just physically installed. I'm going to say I don't have a product key for now. We're going to go with the data center desktop experience. I like my GUIs, my graphical user interfaces. I don't know why I pronounce it GUI, like my brain just registers it as GUI. So I'll let that do that installation stuff. While that does that, I need to grab my copy of my backup software. Where the fuck is it? I'll find it.